biggest hurdle most of us face when learning piano ain't the difficulty of learning music, it's just staying consistent enough to see progress. We've all started a hobby with a whole burst of energy only to watch it collect dust a month later because practice felt more like a chore than a creative outlet. Now today, we're going to look at two apps that try to solve this problem from completely different angles. We got Simply Piano and Piano Marvel. Well, both use your tablet to track your progress. They're designed for fundamentally different users. Simply Piano is built on a philosophy that you need engagement and small wins to build a lasting habit, while Piano Marvel leans more into an academic, drill-heavy approach meant for those who want to master sight reading and technical theory. My personal favorite turned out to be Simply Piano, so I've included an affiliate link to them in the description. And if you use that link to check them out for yourself, it helps support the channel at no extra cost to y'all. But since we all have different goals, I really want to compare these two proper side by side. We'll cover their teaching philosophy, we'll cover their song libraries, and the real world result that you can expect from each. That way, you can invest your time and money in the tool that's actually going to work for you. Now, the first thing that you're going to notice when you open these two apps is that they aren't actually competing for the same headspace. Simply Piano is designed to be this habit builder where its entire interface is built to minimize the friction of starting. You sit down, hit a couple of keys, and the gamified feedback makes you feel like you're winning something immediately. It's built on this principle that the most important part of learning an instrument is just showing up day after day. Piano Marvel, on the other hand, is this digital conservatory where it's built for the student who wants this formal, proper approach to piano. The point is to train your brain to read music with precision, and the sheer depth of their method books and technical library is undeniably impressive. So if you're a check-the-box kind of learner who thrives on rigorous traditional study, Piano Marvel is a great option. But if your biggest struggle is just finding the motivation to practice in the first place, Simply Piano's ability to turn a daily chore into a rewarding, bite-sized habit makes it the much more sustainable choice for most people. Now, when it comes to younger learners, the divide becomes even clearer, because children often view the piano as homework. I'll speak for myself, definitely when I was a kid. And that's just a recipe for a household argument. Simply Piano sidesteps this by gamifying the experience so effectively that it feels less like a lesson and more just like a game. The library of songs is curated to include the music that kids are actually going to recognize. All those Disney tracks that you can't get out of your head, all the pop hits, the trending melodies, that keeps them hungry to unlock the next level. Piano Marvel is just plain and simple not suited for the average child. It's for savants. It's an academic system. And without a teacher to act as like a bridge, most kids are gonna find the interface so dry. And the lack of immediate fun, it's frustrating to them. It's not that the teaching methods aren't solid, they totally are. But it just requires a level of patience and focus most young people have not developed in their lives. So for parents, Piano Marvel is this powerful resource if you're already working with a professional teacher. If you want your kid to just take ownership of their own practice time without you having to constantly nag them, Simply Piano's engaging game-like design is going to be the clear winner for fostering long-term interest. All right, now let's get into the main event, the standout feature that makes each of these apps so unique. So to start, Piano Marvel's Standard Assessment of Sight Reading, or SASR, S-A-S-R, I guess. It's great. It's so smart. It's this intelligent, objective way to measure your music reading aptitude over time. For students who are aiming for that classical mastery, the score is incredibly valuable. It turns this nebulous concept of getting better into a quantifiable metric that you can track for years. It's a lot like trying to beat your PB at the gym, right? It gives you this data-driven look at exactly how much your sight reading speed and accuracy have improved since your last session. On the other hand, the standout feature of Simply Piano is that it just allows you to play what you like. While Piano Marvel's library is massive, it's heavily weighted toward classical and traditional method books. Amazing if you're a purist, but can feel a bit disconnected from the music that you actually want to play. Simply Piano, by comparison, feels like it's constantly plugged into the pulse of modern music. It's not just about learning for the sake of theory, it's about learning because you want to play that one song that you saw trending on TikTok. And I have seen firsthand how much of a difference this can make for keeping people at the keys. My niece, she was so happy when she could play this simplified version of Let It Go after just a little bit of practice. And I had a friend tell me that she finally felt like a real musician once she could play her favorite TikTok song. It's that cool factor, that turns a chore into a hobby, giving you the ability to turn popular melody into something coming from your own fingers. Simply Piano understands that the best way to keep a student engaged is to let them play the music that they really want to listen to. So if your primary goal is to master technical canon and you find comfort in the structure of traditional method books, Piano Marvel's massive archive-style library is amazing for that. But if you find yourself losing motivation because the music feels too strictly textbook, if you're just not a Bach or Mendelssohn person, Simply Piano's ability to keep its library fresh with the hits that you actually love makes it the far more engaging choice for staying consistent. Now, both apps have moved beyond their early limitations. They both offer high accuracy note detection through either your device's microphone or a direct MIDI to USB connection. If you have a digital keyboard, by the way, and you're using the MIDI to USB, most platforms are going to perform with near perfect precision. That'll eliminate entirely the occasional lag that can happen with a standard microphone in a noisy house. Just a reality. The difference really lies in the UI. See, Simply Piano software feels like a polished, modern app. It's intuitive, it's fast, stays out of your way. Piano Marvel is more like a robust piece of educational software from a few years back. It's functional, it's deep, but it lacks that instant response polish that makes Simply Piano feel so seamless. So while both apps are technically capable of high precision tracking, Simply Piano's interface is much more refined for the average user. All right, well, let's talk a bit about plans and pricing. And keep in mind, of course, exact prices and regional discounts are going to vary depending on where you live, obviously. Now, when you look at the landscape, these two apps approach the cost of learning really differently. Piano Marvel is built for an individual student who wants a long-term academic resource. They have a free tier that'll give you access to a surprising amount of content, but if you want the full experience, the unlimited SASR testing, their massive library, you're going to be looking at their premium plan. About $18 a month if you go month to month, or about $130 a year if you pay annually. Simply Piano's pricing is fairly comparable for an individual, sitting at $18 a month or $170 for the year. Where Simply changes the math entirely is with their family plan. See, Piano Marvel is primarily geared to the individual, or maybe an educational group account. But Simply Piano offers this dedicated family plan that for about $24 a month, or $210 annually, you can create 5 unique, isolated user profiles all under that one subscription. And this is where the value proposition really tips in their favor, because Simply's family plan doesn't just give you the 5 people access to the piano app. They've got a whole creative ecosystem. In that one subscription, everyone in the house gains full, unrestricted premium access to 4 separate learning platforms: Simply Piano, Simply Guitar, Simply Sing, and Simply Draw. So if you're a serious student of the piano and you want the most rigorous academic tool available, Piano Marvel's annual plan is a solid, focused investment. But if you got more than one person in your home interested in exploring creative hobbies, stuff like music, singing, art, the value for money on the Simply Family Plan is, in my opinion, one of the best deals in the digital learning space right now. And at the end of the day, choosing between the two should be based entirely on what you want your daily experience at the keys to be like. If you're the type of person who prefers a formal conservatory style of training and your goal is to master music theory down to the notes, get all traditional notation perfect, Piano Marvel will give you the tools to get you there. But if you're like the vast majority of people who just want to make piano a part of your life without feeling like an endless series of tests, Simply Piano is the obvious choice. By using this polished, highly responsive, gamified interface, it builds the literal psychological momentum that you're going to need to turn what is objectively a high-pressure practice session into a low-pressure daily habit that you can actually look forward to. So if you want to check out Simply Piano for yourself, you can use the affiliate link down in the description. Like I said before, using it earns us a small commission at no extra cost to you, and it literally helps us keep doing these kind of deep dive videos. If you found this helpful, please leave it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions whatsoever, drop those down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys, and I'll try to get back to as many as I can. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.